have a really fun episode because today Jackson and Cooper are both going to be on the episode talking about like their point of view as far as me being pregnant and what they've experienced as far as change and silly things that they've noticed that I do while I'm pregnant.
What's up, pregnant people of the world? I call them the pregnants. Carly is one of the pregnants. So today is another Manternity Monday. Somebody tweeted out that we should make a video about my point of view and how Carly's pregnancy has gone. So this is totally off the cuff. Cooper's being really loud right now, so that's the background sound. This is off the cuff, and my thoughts, I haven't even collected them, so it's extremely random. So I guess I'll just go chronologically. Yesterday we were driving, where were we driving? Home from her parents' house. We went up to see them, and I said, do you remember when we were, before you got pregnant, when we were talking about, you know, we were not pregnant yet, we had a hard time getting pregnant, and I said, it's going to be funny when we're pregnant how, you know, we'll think, oh, why were we so worried about it? And so yesterday I was driving home, I was like, you remember when we were so stressed out about being pregnant, how hard that was, and how that seems so silly now? And then I realized that we had a conversation when we weren't pregnant, and we said, do you think that when we are pregnant, we will talk about when we weren't pregnant and how, like, hard that seemed? So like this big huge like thing where we were like, oh, then I thought this wasn't going to be hard. You see what I'm saying? Does that make any sense? I thought that was funny. But other than that, it's been really good. The first trimester, Carly was super tired all the time. She was really excited and went totally bonkers and bought, I said bonkers, and bought all of these clothes for the baby. Just kind of went like splurged, was so excited. It was awesome because I have the varicocele and I thought I needed to get surgery, but now I have a total excuse to put it off. And I hate the hospital, so I don't have to do that. So that was another perk. And then as the first trimester started to wind down, we entered into the second semester, it was like we had Carly back from the dead. She wasn't as tired. You could tell that her body had gotten used to it. Something like changed over. It was like we shifted into a new gear. And then that trimester was basically just, you know, back to normal. But that's when you could start to see her belly grow. That's when she had to start buying like maternity clothes because none of her pants would fit around her belly. And if she tried to put on her normal pants, they would fit right up until the point, like they would get over her butt, but then like right to the point where it was like trying to pull them over her belly, they wouldn't work. So they make these pants that have these like stretchy contraptions on the top. So that's when she had to start buying those or cutting her other pants around the waist. I remember when I was a kid and I had this baseball hat that I loved, I would cut the baseball, because they were fitted hats, and my head was growing, I guess, and it wasn't going to fit anymore, so I cut the side of my hat, had this slit down it, and I didn't care. That's what Carly did to a couple of her pants or shorts or something. So the second trimester was probably the easiest in terms of like her body, and she was happy again and wasn't, you know, feeling super sick, didn't really have any cravings that were unique. The first trimester, why do I keep saying semester? The first trimester she had a lot more cravings than in the second. It was kind of back to normal in the second. Now we're in the third, and this is where it's really interesting. Physically, she has to start slowing down. She says more often like her feet are hurting or her joints are hurting and her stomach hurts. And you can tell that it's finally, you know, all that baby juice and the baby is getting bigger. It's taxing on her body, so she gets tired easily. But she's still mentally like where she wants to be, where she was in the second trimester. So it's hard to, like, your body needs you to physically slow down, but mentally you don't want to. And so we had to have a talk yesterday. We said, hey, you got to slow down. You got to pump the brakes a little bit. I'll step it up to cover anything that you can't do, because I'd rather have you take it too easy than too hard. Like, for example, we cleaned out our whole basement one day and we pushed it a little bit too far for her because she did not feel good for the next day, and she's totally like an overachiever or a go-getter, so it's hard mentally to scale that back. But I just told her, look, you might have to scale back doing stuff or things in your business, but you're still doing more because you're growing this baby. And so that's kind of offsetting. So there's no net loss. That sounds totally nerdy to say, but that's how I look at it. So she's starting to sleep a little bit more than in the second trimester. We have 11 weeks left, I think, maybe 10 now, 11.
This is my story about my mom being pregnant. She always gets her words mixed up. Like, put the ketchup in the sink. My mom said, put my banana peel in the bed because she was talking about the banana peel being thrown away and talking about bed. She asks me to take off her shoes. She asked me to take the laundry that's literally right there and I'm right there and hand it to her. Always is like super cautious about her belly. She's like, I'm always fat. I'm like, stop saying you're fat. You're not fat. You have a baby.
Okay, so that's the update. Now let's get into the things that only I would know. Carly, before she got pregnant, was always cold, and I'm a polar bear, so it sucked. I would wake up and throw the blankets off me and just be covered in sweat. And now that she's pregnant, it's freezing in our house because she's always hot. It's a blizzard outside, literally. Yeah, literally a blizzard. It's snowing sideways. And our back door was wide open because she was hot and I was freezing. When we sleep, she's like an octopus now. Usually she would sleep on her side and just like this nice little ball. And now it's just like, and she just wiggles her arms around and tries to put them underneath my pillow, and then she just goes like this. And I'm just laying there like, what the heck? I'm like, geez, calm down. Okay, I'm gonna get whiplash, need a neck brace by the time I wake up. I quit caffeine for the first part of the year, and I really thought I was going through caffeine withdrawals and getting headaches. No, I didn't realize until I woke up mid-torture session and I'm just being banged around like this. And she's like, and then she wakes up, like, how'd you sleep? And I'm over here drooling with brain damage. And I'm like, I'm fine. I can't freaking say the ABCs anymore. But her dogs even shiver at night. Luckily, she sleeps with me and not them, or they probably would be afraid of her.
She's got me into craving orange juice. That's all really that she's got me. And she craved grape juice for a while. And what else did you crave? She always wanted to look pretty when she had a baby.
So, first and foremost, I'm 29 weeks pregnant. It's so crazy to me. We have 11 weeks to go and counting, and it's just starting to fly by. Like, I'm trying to stay busy because I've heard that like I guarantee like March is just gonna be the longest month ever, which is fine because the other day I got a little freaked out thinking, oh my gosh, this is like the last time in our lives that it's just gonna be Jackson and I and Cooper, and I'm so excited that Elliot's coming and that he'll be here, but I know how much work babies are, and that really hit me. And so you try to feel like you're trying to enjoy those moments, but then like your body is hurting, and so you're just ready to not be pregnant anymore. So anyways, 29 weeks, we made it. This last week I did my glucose test, which all it basically is, somebody wanted like a recap on glucose testing. You go in, you drink this like little bottle. It's like this big, as a small water. And you just drink that, and then after your appointment, or you have to wait about an hour, they go in and draw your blood, and it's a screening for diabetes, if they can pick up anything, and just making sure your levels are good and that you're not having too much sugar in your diet. So our doctor's office offered two different kinds. It was an orange or a fruit punch. And it was really, the drink itself was clear because I guess they've taken out all the dyes, so they want to make it more healthier. And to me, honestly, I thought it was delicious. It just tasted like a melted Otter Pop. It is very sugary, so if you're not used to like really sweet drinks or a lot of sugar, then you might be like, whoa. But a lot of people get nauseous after they drink it, maybe because you're supposed to fast before. I ate that night before just dinner, and then I just didn't eat that morning, but my appointment was at 9, so it wasn't too bad. We woke up around 8, got ready, went right to the hospital, drank the drink first thing, and then right after our appointment we went and ate breakfast. So I felt fine. I didn't get nauseous. Maybe that's a sign that I'm not a lightweight. So I don't think it's that bad. I think people make it more of a big deal than it is. If you get nauseous, I'm so sorry. I didn't. It was really easy, and so far so good. Passed the test. Everything's going good. So I like to do reviews at the beginning just because I feel like it gives me a chance to work with smaller shops and boutiques and places that have such cute stuff. I don't know about you guys, but it has been 9 years since I've had babies, you know, or a baby. Cooper is 9 now, and it's crazy, and so much has changed. So when I got pregnant with this baby, I was really excited but feeling really out of the loop. So I'm always grateful when companies or boutiques or shops approach me and they want to send me some stuff for baby Elliot. Of course, it's fun to gift your baby things because I feel like it puts me back into the swing of like what's cool, what's happening, etc. And just cute places to shop. It gives you ideas. Also, I love helping out smaller shops, and people are just trying to get their name out there. I'm all about like collaborating. So I'm appreciative when you guys are patient through that, and it's just like a fun way to go over some cute stuff. So today we have some outfits brought to us by Lilla, Lilla, and I will leave those obviously down in the description box below. She sent the cutest little outfits, couple onesies and then like a sleeper. I love this because it has like the woodland theme that we're going, woodland creature theme that we're going for Elliot's room. And honestly, like I don't think you can ever have enough clothing, honestly. It's cute. It has foxes and a bear and hedgehogs, and I like the color that it's super different. Boys stuff is usually like blue and white, you know, and I like that we're having a lot of color options in his closet. So this is so cute and tiny. I'm excited for him to put this on. Okay, next we have the cutest little city onesie. It's just like super different. I feel like this would be really cute with some like urban joggers and some little moccasins. But again, I love that it has such fun different prints, and I love the colors. And then last but not least, we have this cute little onesie as well with the like the ships and the ocean. Super cute theme. And the cotton is really soft. It's 100% certified organic cotton in production, made in India. Super cute. And this is a long sleeve kimono. So thank you so much for sending that. Baby Elliot is for sure spoiled, and I will leave their little Instagram shop down below. She sent a little booklet and she has tons of cute prints. Okay, so next we have our cutest little friend, and this is the Bestie Benedict the bunny. So originally I was really drawn to this because I wanted to do Elliot's nursery and bunnies. I was just drawn to them for some reason, but I think we're just going more animals, safari, creature. So this will be super fun. This is from a company, Cuddle Kind. And the coolest thing about this company is they're handmade, they're ethically made, and every little creature that you buy, 10 meals are donated to kids who are hungry. So you're helping to fight against child hunger, and they're freaking cute, and it's so cool that they're handmade, and I really love this little guy. So I'll leave their Instagram and their information down below, but it's just Cuddle Kind, and they have a ton of options, and it's really rare when you find something that's handmade. You can just tell the quality goes a really, really long ways. So thank you guys for sending that over. I know Elliot's going to love it. He's going to be our little guest on today's set. So I pulled a couple of questions off of Twitter today that I thought were really great and kind of different. At Chanel Locke asks, talk about what you anticipate from after your recovery, sibling bonding, new family routines. So I'm really getting anxious about the recovery process. I'm really terrified of postpartum, and last week we talked about eating my placenta and if that helps or not. And so this last appointment I sat down and talked with my doctor, and I think the one thing I love about my doctor is he's so realistic about what works best for you. And he was like, honestly, he said, you know, there's not really any studies out there that can really give us a true answer, just because every birth is different and every situation is different. So they can't have two studies and compare them because everything just is different. Even from Cooper's birth to this birth, it's going to be such an emotional, physical, environmental change that it's hard to compare them. Cooper's birth, I definitely got postpartum, and it was really, really difficult. But I managed to get my way through, and I honestly think it was just from being around family and exercise, and then just trying to have a positive mindset. And my doctor said, you know, if you get to the point where that's starting to happen, you know, we need to like talk about it and meet with you, and you need to get on something, we can go that route, and let's cross that bridge when we get there. But honestly, what you need that would be the same equivalent as getting your placenta encapsulated is just a really healthy diet, high in protein, a lot of fruits and vegetables and fiber, and in a healthy relationship with somebody who's like your spouse or a sibling, or just somebody that you can go to just to talk to be like, hey, this is emotionally really hard. I'm feeling like I'm doing this all alone. And he said, you know, so I feel like you and Jackson have such a healthy relationship. That's the most that you need. And he said, you know, and I'm not this modern hippie man who doesn't believe in medicine. I do. But honestly, that's my best recommendations for any new moms, is just keeping that communication line open with their spouses and talking to them about when they are having a hard time, and not putting too much expectations on our shoulders as moms. And really learning how to ask for help, and just like at times where you feel like, hey, you need to take the baby, I'm feeling like I'm doing this all alone, or you need to help out with the laundry. He said just have open communication and a really healthy diet, you know. So I'm still on the fence. You know, he wasn't totally against it. He wasn't saying like don't do it. He was just saying here's what my 2 cents are. And so it was really interesting to read a lot of your comments, because a lot of you seem like it was a good thing for you. And I feel like if I do get it encapsulated and I start taking them and I don't see any positive change, or I don't notice anything, then I can stop taking them. Or if I have a negative experience, I can just stop taking them. But it's kind of hard when your baby's 3 months old and you're like, wait, do you still have my placenta? Is this still a thing that we can do? So I'm still kind of leaning towards getting it done, just to see, you know, because what if I just have this super positive experience? But I'm also kind of curious about what my doctor said about just making a really healthy diet and seeing that route. Because really, money-wise, it's not making or breaking the budget. It's a couple $100. And that is quite affordable if you think about the process of everything. So I don't know. I'm still on the fence. If you guys have anything to push me over either way, let me know. But I'm super excited to see Cooper and Jackson with the baby. We just recently babysat a newborn, and I realized how baby hungry my household is. Cooper was doing dances with the baby and making her dab, and he was just so gentle, and Jackson was just talking so cute to her. We just both sat on the couch for like hours, and we were staring at this baby and talking to her. So I feel like we're not gonna get anything done, and that's like my one worry, is getting back into a routine of keeping a house clean, getting the laundry done, staying up with my work. That's hard for me because I feel like I get validation and I feel fulfilled when I do those things. So it's gonna be really hard for me to like lay low and not do any of that. But Jackson and I had a really good talk the other night. Him and Cooper went skiing one day, and I was cleaning the house, and I just started realizing that I'm not gonna be able to do as much as I do for them and for the house when the baby comes. And so I just decided to make a list of the things I needed help with. My family through all the things that I was going to need help with and the way I kind of see things get done. And it really helped my family to see how they can help out and kind of where they can pick up in areas that are blurry, like right now on camera. I don't know why my camera's going blurry. I'm so sorry. So yeah, so anyways, I'm just mostly worried about being able to be in a routine without getting a lot done. But then a part of me is just like, Carly, just for the month of April and after you have the baby for a good month, I just want to be at home and chill and relax and just enjoy having our baby in our home and not really going anywhere. So really good question. Next question is from Christy Posner, asks, what do you still have left to buy? What are other names you love but didn't use? We really need a car seat and like a travel set. So I just got word that I'm getting a BOP stroller, which I'm really excited about. Something I've always been passionate about is fitness and health, and I loved running. For the longest time I loved running, and then I just somehow got out of that, and it's really hard to get back into. And so I've heard that BOP strollers are just the absolute best when it comes to like terrain and running. And I just want to be really active this summer with my family. I don't want to worry about so much spending time in the gym, but more so taking my family hiking and camping and just being outdoors with our dogs, biking, rollerblading. And I wanted a really good stroller to do that. And so I am getting a BOP stroller, and I'm so excited. And the one thing that we're still like kind of looking for solidifying is the travel system, like the car seat, the base, and stroller. So we're still hunting down one of those. And the names that we loved but we didn't use, I really liked Sutton, and I don't know, our girls list was a lot bigger than our boys list. And so when we found out we were having a boy and we all just had already fallen in love with the name Elliot, it made it really easy for all of us. So Kim Edwards asks, talk about your birthing experience with Cooper and what you hope to change this time. So my birthing experience with Cooper, it was just kind of like literally a shot in the dark. I obviously had never done it. I was really young, I was 20 years old, and I was just like, oh my gosh, here we go. I was 40 weeks, and then they induced me at 40 weeks, like on the dot. I was in labor for 2 days. One thing I thought that might be different this time around is I do want to go 40 days, but I really don't want to be induced, or excuse me, I really want to go the 40 full weeks, but I don't want to be induced. I feel like when I was induced with Cooper, it just kind of made my labor harder rather than my body go into labor naturally. But I also don't want to go like weeks over, and so I'm just going to trust my doctor and see what he tells me, maybe go 2-3 days over. But I'm really hoping that I kind of just go into labor naturally. Like I really want to have that dramatic thing where like I'm out shopping at the grocery store or Target and my water breaks and I'm like standing there and it's like I peed my pants, no, my water breaks, and then I call Jackson, and I really want to have that dramatic experience. I don't know, maybe because I love drama. But I'm just hoping, yeah, to go into labor naturally this time and not to be induced. I just feel like being induced made my labor harder. You're basically putting your body into labor. They went up and broke my water with this like big crochet hook needle thing. They had to give me medicine to sleep because I was passing out because I was like so fatigued. And I remember the medicine like burned when they put it through my body, like felt like acid going through my body. And the nurse put the shot into my hip and she hit my hip bone, which freaking hurt so bad. That's the only time I cried, is when they put that medicine inside my body. And so that was really hard. And so, but like the actual delivery part wasn't bad at all. I only had to get a couple of stitches. Recovery, I don't remember being too awful. You just feel really sore. And then I really want to look into the belly bandit, or like the wraps that go for your belly after you have the baby, that kind of helps pull your organs and belly back together. Jessica Alba swears by it, but if any of you have tried something that works, I would love some recommendations. So, and last but least, let's do a bump update shot. Baby boy is the size of a Hawaiian pineapple, and he is developing his immune system this week, and it's getting stronger every day until he is born, as well as his development. He is coming in at 15.5 inches long and weighing 2.5 pounds. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching Maternity Monday, 29 weeks. Oh my gosh, thank you for Jackson and Cooper for being on today's episode. That was really fun. Can't believe I'm about to be 30 weeks. That's so crazy. It just seems like after 30 weeks, it's just like starting to all flow together. But make sure you guys leave any questions, comments you guys have below. And then don't forget to check out these cutest little shops, give back, and give them a follow. And we will see you guys next time on Maternity Monday.